Good morning, sir. You're Brandon Bell?
Yes, ma'am.
And this is cause number 24, DCCR 1008. Mr. Bell was previously in court, entered pleas of true and a motion to revoke deferred probation, pled true to counts 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, and 10. And there was not an agreement on probation for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And I've received that updated report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
I have, Your Honor, in addition to some medical documentation that Mr. Burbank has provided.
Was that provided to me?
Not.
Okay. I'm sorry?
Probably not.
Okay. What should it have? Do I?
Based on the updated report, when it goes into Spindletop and some other stuff, Judge.
This judge isn't just frustrated, she's evaluating a defendant who has blown through more chances than most people ever get, and trust me, when a judge starts a hearing already fed up, that usually means the ending won't be pretty.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I mean,
These are medical records from Spindletop.
okay.
And there's also medical records of how he lost his leg recently from being run over by a dump truck while working,
Okay.
which I think are factors that need to be addressed.
Probably in addition, Judge, if I may, to the fact that you were called the complainant in the underlying case for which he is on probation. It looked like a stretch to even put him on the probation with his history, but she was very adamant about wanting probation or even non-prosecuting, and she came and testified before you the last time the motion was set so that you could advise them both with respect to the no contact order, which I don't think either one of them were following, but I don't have proof of that, but I know
Okay.
that's been a concern, but I had some difficulty with that portion of the case.
Okay.
And if the court would also remember, she was expecting another child, they are expecting another child. And
Okay.
she's
So what,
also,
go ahead and make argument and then I'll,
she's also controlling the checking account. He's getting settlements and he's providing the money to her for the children. They still have a house together. But he does have a place to stay, Judge, and that is his mom's, which I believe she can't go to. And my argument, Judge, is, if I may, is that he has mental health problems. He's had some problems in reference to possibly smoking marijuana, but I think it's contributed to things that he's gone through in life. As I said, I have some medical
Pause here. The judge is trying to reconcile medical records, a probation report, and missing documents. When paperwork starts getting inconsistent, courts get extremely cautious. That's usually a sign the defendant's story has gaps, and judges hate gaps.
An amputation, of course, he's lost part of his right leg. That was due to a dump truck backing up over him while he was working. And then you couple that with mental health issues. He was reporting, my understanding was he kind of was talking out of his head, as also reported by his mom. That was also outlined in the updated PSI report. We're asking, Judge, that you continue him on probation. He does have obligations with his significant other in reference to the newborn and making sure that they're taken care of, and she does have the funds that he has to be able to give to her. But if there is some program that he can have that's outpatient to maybe give him some direction. One last time, he was put on probation in April of this year, Judge. We're now in November, but the problems have been going on. But he does need to go back to Spindletop. He does need to say this is what you do or not. I mean, according to The pre-sentence report he is reporting is not like he's not reporting. He's trying to pay or has been paying and trying to do stuff. I think he just needs a little bit of a correction and see whether or not he can do it. And couple all that, I've had extensive conversations with his wife. I've tried to tell her the way it has to be as of yesterday. We've talked over the phone in the way that it would have to be in reference to separation until they learned how to possibly get along together. So that's what we're asking for, Your Honor.
Ms. Malvino?
Judge, would the court like to hear evidence with respect to counts 1, 5, and 8? Ms. Lopez?
I mean, I guess it kind of depends on, let's
Just
see.
in the context of what she has to say.
Yeah, for sure.
I call Ms. Lopez.
Ms. Lopez, if you'll raise your right hand, do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? All right, you may proceed.
Ms. Lopez, would you please state your full name for the record?
Rachel Lopez.
And how are you employed?
I am the high medium risk officer at adult probation here in Jefferson County.
And are you the supervising officer for Brandon Julius Bell?
Yes.
And do you see Mr. Bell to your left in the wheelchair? Affirmative, record reflect. Ms. Lopez is identified as defendant.
The record will so reflect.
As a condition of his probation that was granted by this court back in April of this year, was he given certain terms and conditions that all probationers are to follow?
Yes.
And specifically, you've had an opportunity to review the motion to revoke that was filed back in July.
Yes.
In account number 1, it alleges that he failed to immediately report to you his or her contact information in violation of condition. Can you explain that to us, please?
There were multiple instances throughout the time that he was reporting where I would attempt to call the number he had provided at a previous office visit and would not be able to reach him. So then I would have to then search through his associates to find someone else who would answer, who would then say, we'll let him know you called. And so it's standard in our court orders that they are supposed to keep their contact information updated due to the fact that most of the time I cannot give out certain information to other people due to confidentiality.
So it's obviously very important that you're able to reach him and advise him of the conditions of his probation, etc.
Yes, we need updated phone numbers, addresses, things like that so that we can specifically talk to the defendant.
And he pled true to additional allegations, including providing some dirty UA specimens being out past curfew. Was he ordered by the court to provide all records and documentations as required by you to you as his officer?
Yes.
And did he do that?
Yes, whenever it applied in regards to like spindle top, yes, those type things. I haven't had any kind of paperwork in regards to the settlement that Mr. Burbank has referenced, but I also recognize that may be a recent thing. And so that may not be applicable yet, but otherwise, yes.
So some things you're able to verify, but yet others you are not, which is why you felt it important to include the motion.
Correct.
And additionally, in allegation number 8, did he admit to you the adulteration of his UA analysis on or about June 30th of 2025?
Yes, when he submitted that urine analysis that date, it was clear in the cup, and I did make a note of that in my chrono. It should be noted that even if someone is extremely hydrated, their urine is not crystal clear. And so when I specifically asked him in the office visit that date, did you do something to make it be negative? He said yes. And so while the drug test reflects negative, he admitted in the office visit that he had taken something, drank something to adulterate his urine.
And in fact, you and I have had a lengthy conversation in the past about his use or suspected use of K2 synthetic marijuana, which lends to possible negative UAs when in fact he would be positive just due to the nature of that synthetic.
Yes, Ms. Strother, our UA tech, has explained to me that K2 is a difficult drug to drug test for because much like the flu, there are multiple strands of K2 drugs out there, and our drug test can only specifically test for one type. And so if he had not used that specific type, it would test negative. And so the incident reports that I received through Beaumont PD indicated that the effects that they were seeing in their reports indicated synthetic marijuana use.
And that information is also reflected in your update to the court, correct?
Correct.
With respect to how his behavior appeared to be altered, involving odd hours, showing up at odd places, attempting to contact the complainant, etc., regardless of whether or not they mutually agreed to do so. And I believe your recommendation is very well thought out and very well put in the updated PSI. Do you have anything to add to the report?
I do not at this time.
I think I have some questions.
I have some questions. And so,
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, did you ever get his records from Defendant?
I believe so, yes.
At this moment the courtroom energy shifts. The defense leans heavily on injuries, Moni, and family, but let me ask you, do you think a tragic accident should outweigh repeated violations? Tell me in the comments, would you continue probation here?
And is he under medication?
Not during the time of all of this taking place. I know that since he was out on bond, I believe he went to Spindletop as of August 11th, and that was when he began having his medication the way he was supposed to.
In your report, you stated in the first or second paragraph that while the defendant does report as directed, he has made basic efforts towards paying his fees, correct? So he has been reporting to you.
Correct.
And then you also started receiving phone calls from the victim. Did you have any dealings with the victim at all? Were you here the last court hearing?
I was.
She didn't act very rational either, did she?
Not often, no.
And do you realize that they are expecting another child?
Yes.
And how many other children do you remember?
I
3 or
believe
4?
they currently have 3 children together. I believe this is the 4th.
If I told you that there was a settlement to Scott Brown in reference to the motor vehicle accident that took his leg, you wouldn't disagree with that.
He told me that at the jail when I did my PSI update.
And he's getting monthly, settlement checks or quarterly settlement checks, in which the wife does have access to his account.
That I don't have any knowledge of.
You did also receive telephone calls from his mom, correct?
Correct.
And basically she said that he's talking out of his head, he has mental health issues, right?
She did at one time, yes.
She didn't know, well, has to be between April and now, right?
Yes.
That's what it put on.
Specifically whenever he was out on bond.
Okay. He did appear to be kind of delusional state, correct?
Yes.
Unable to remember reference to taking medications or injecting, so he was on some type of medication, correct?
Correct.
And that one of his problems is that he has to learn how to remain on his medications in order, from Spindletop, in order to, I guess, try to live life normally, correct?
Correct.
Nothing further.
Anything else, Ms. Malfino? I don't know yet what I'm going to do, but is there any reason based on the injury that Mr. Bell could not go to special needs safety? Is that something that would prevent him from going?
I do not believe so.
You don't think so? You don't think so?
I think there are people that have gone to Spindletop that are
Sure.
in wheelchairs and things of that nature.
Yeah.
I said Spindletop, I'm sorry, safety.
Yeah.
So I think he would still be able to go. I think it would be under special needs.
Right, that's what I would,
Yeah.
if that were an option, it would be special needs because that would address both
That
of the.
addresses mental health also, Jeff.
Yeah, that's what it's for. I mean, and here's the thing. I think a lot of the mental health is because you're using synthetic marijuana. I mean, that's gonna, so. Ms. Malfino, anything else?
Judge, I think you have a lot of information before you had an ending your decision. I do think it was important, and I didn't want to hide behind the fact that we have had the issues with the complainant that she did come and testify.
And that's the only thing that's keeping me from doing probably what needs to happen,
But I don't have an interim update with respect to her.
have you heard anything?
I have not heard anything since all of this happened. The reality is she's called me multiple times and
This is the turning point. Faking a drug test is one of the fastest ways to get probation revoked. Judges see it as intentional deception, not a mistake, not a slip-up, but a direct lie to the court that alone can tip the scales toward prison.
well, she is very back and forth about it. My largest concern, Your Honor, is that the offense that the defendant is on probation for is extreme, and my biggest issue in truth is the fact that Mr. Bell does not take any responsibility for any of it at all.
I don't disagree.
Can I just have one question, Judge? Did this accident happen after
When did your accident happen?
November 4th.
of last year?
Yes, sir.
Of last year?
So all this has happened since he's been on probation.
Was
No,
this
prior.
before? Was that prior?
His accident
to his
was
accident?
prior to when he was placed on probation.
Right.
No, but how about the incident itself?
Oh, the underlying offense?
Yeah,
April of last year. So the underlying offense was prior
prior to his.
to the injury. But the injury was prior to probation, where he's still, I mean, regardless of you can still do things to injure someone, to harass someone, to put someone in fear with or without a leg. And that's what he's done. That's what you've done. Still make babies with her. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that she was pregnant. The whole point of this is you beat the crap out of her when she was pregnant, and now
Third child,
we've got the fourth.
correct.
Judge, would you like me to do a bailiff's call for her and see if for some reason she showed up today and
Sure.
court needs to speak with her? Adriana Bell?
Can we do a call for,
Adriana Bell?
I don't know if that's gonna help either, though. We've done that before.
And I don't know if it's a situation where it's the court needs to protect somebody from himself.
Do you want to reset it so I can?
I don't think it's gonna matter. I mean, she's been here before. I've ordered,
No response, right?
I think I have her mother's here.
but there was a no contact, and now we
Watch the judge closely here. She's piecing together behavior patterns, safety concerns, children in danger, and escalating violations when a judge starts listing multiple risk factors out loud. That S courtroom code for I am leaning toward revocation.
another baby. So obviously there was contact.
Can I just, from what I found out, Judge?
I don't need Snickers from the gallery.
I'm not calling them as witnesses. Every time they got mad at each other is when she got on the phone.
But she got on the phone, but that's him blaming. He beat her. You admitted to beating her. So she's probably scared when he gets mad. And then it gets okay, and then it gets mad. And he doesn't know how to get mad without beating the crap out of her.
I didn't get that indication, Judge. She's been to my office every other day. She's called. I mean, it's really,
I'm not in disagreement that Ms. Bell is also the problem, but my biggest concern here is their children.
separation.
Yeah,
I don't care if they stay together or not, admittedly, frankly.
Yeah.
I'm more concerned about the children involved in this case because of the violence that they're being subjected to. Whether or not the two of these adults can reconcile is between them, but there are children involved that I am extremely concerned about.
I agree. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. Mr. Bell, I don't feel like I have any other choice at this point but to protect your children and to protect your, I don't know if y'all are married, girlfriend, wife, mother of your children from you. I understand the mental health issues. From what I can tell, most of those are self-induced because you were using K2.
It haven't been an incident since I've been on probation.
That's not true.
I haven't had no abuse cases. I've been on probation.
Okay, so you haven't abused her, but you weren't even supposed to be around her. I gave you don't talk over me, because y'all I told you when I put you on probation that she cannot give you permission to violate my order.
Yes, ma'am.
She can't say, it's okay, come on over.
She came to my house. I was staying in the house. She wouldn't stay in there.
Lock the door, kick her out. You're the one that's gonna go to prison.
She said that she called the laws to kick me out, and you said it still was a issue. She called the laws to kick me out. My mama came and got me, and I've been staying with my mama. I ain't been around her. She been calling the laws on me every time she come to my house. I paid $100,000 cash.
Why are you still having sex with her and having babies?
That's early on.
Early on when? We've only been doing this for 6 months. You've had 6 months, and all this has happened in 6 months on probation.
It happened 3 months because she finna have a baby next week. 3 months before I was on probation.
So what if she shows up at your mom's house?
She not gonna show up over there. She know her and my mama don't get along.
Probably for good reason.
I would represent to the court that there is a problem there, Judge, because even when we talked about possibly with him seeing the kids without her at mom's, and that wasn't a possibility. It's something between her and the mom, his mom. And I know his mom, his brother has gotten in trouble. She has a very stable job at a bank. She's very straight-laced. His brother was the one in the West End that was burglarizing cars, and the owner stopped him and shot him about 8 times on the road and left him there. But she is very straight-laced, and she just couldn't get off of work this morning because of the bank.
So,
But he needs something, Judge. I mean,
well, but we tried to give it to him.
well, I'm talking about.
I have money now to pay for my battery class too. I have money to pay for my battery class and pay off my probation.
I'm not as worried about you paying off things as I am you having continued contact with her.
I'm not gonna be in contact with her anymore.
Is there a way, Judge, to put him on a GPS and reset this for 60 days?
No, I'm going to make my decision today because I'm absolutely, if I leave him on probation, he's going to safety, period. So we're not going to get out and see how we do and take that chance without having some kind of treatment up front. I don't know. Y'all hold on a second. Just don't take them far. For some reason, Anna, when I pull up the version that...
This seals the deal when the judge pivots from the defendant to protecting the children. That's the moment the decision is basically made. Courts always prioritize safety over second chances when kids are involved, and you can almost feel the room go silent.